Hello guys, good day and welcome to this video. My name is Joshua Oladele. In this video, I'll putting you through on how to create church envelope design. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to create a new document by clicking on plus. Then I'm going to name this church envelope design. Okay, so when you are done, you can just click on CMYK because I'll be printing this design. This is not normal, like this is not just a regular design. Then the custom size, I'll make this just 5 by 5 inches. Then leave it this way. Then click on OK. All right. So because I'm making it 5 by 5 inches because I have the image of different sizes of envelope, so I'll be using that to resize it. Okay. So what I'll do is to import the image I talked about. So I'm going to import this image. See? So these are the sizes of envelope, different sizes of envelope. But the one I want to use is number 10, which is 4 by 125 inches. So I'm going to put it down 4 by 125 inches. Make sure this side is inches. You see, mine is inches already. So I just click enter. And then come to the next one, highlight it. Then I'm going to make this 9.5 inches. Can you see that? So it's already going the other way. So I'll just make it landscape. Then I can adjust this to this side. Okay. So immediately you are done with that, what I would advise you to do next is to create a canvas, a rectangle within a canvas. So sometimes some people don't know how to create this thing in the exact size. So what you need to do is you come to view, then snap to, then click on page. Okay, immediately this is clicked on. If you highlight this, you tick this box, this one here. Just make sure that the it's showing this mark like this, just like mine. What you need to do is just come to box, your shape tool. Then at the top left, like you'll be starting creating the box, it will show node, node, node. So that node means it's starting from the exact edge. Okay, that's how I get to understand that, oh, I'm on the right track to create the same size. So what you need to do is you let's click and drag it gently, and you immediately are dragging it, it will be snapping to the canvas on the document. You get my point? So can you see that? So immediately, even if I need to adjust it to this page, it will come back to the exact. So I don't need to be having, I won't be having a canvas that is not balanced. The shape will be balanced. Okay, let me delete this. Let me go to view, snap to, then page. I'm going to click that off. Then I'll try to create it again. You see, I can't be able to create it perfectly just like the other one I did. Okay, but I can just delete it, then go to view, snap to, then I click on page. Okay, so I come back to rectangle 2. Then from here you can see node. So I just let's click slowly, then you can just drag it very fast. Then just make sure that it's snapping to the page document of the canvas. So immediately you are done with that, you can actually make it white from here. Then to remove the outline, you can press alternate, then this place here, or you just come to your property bar by your right, then click this, then you come to outline, which is 0.5, and make it none. Okay, what I need to do next is to import the background. So press Ctrl I to import it. Then this is the white background, click on it and click on import. You can press on space bar like this, just press on it, space. So if you click on space, it's going to drop the image of the white background exactly just the same size which it is from the document. So I'll just bring this down a bit so I can power clip it inside the canvas. So you right click on the background, white background you imported, click on power clip, then put it inside. That made the arrow inside. Let me do it again. You right click, click on power clip, then click it inside. All right. So immediately you're done with that, you right click, then you click on edit power clip. Edit power clip, then you click on the background, the white background. You click on P. P is to make it in position of our canvas, to make it in the center of the position of our canvas, to make everything in center. Okay, immediately you're done with that, you can click on finish here. But sometimes if you don't have it like that, you can right click, then you see finish editing power clip. Click on it. So we've successfully created the background for it. So what I would advise us to do next is to import the green abstract background I used for the design. You click on import, then from here, this is the green pattern, then you import it. Don't worry about the resources. I'll be providing everything for you to be able to guide you and recreate this design from scratch too. So immediately you're done with that, you right click, then click on power clip, then put it inside. All right. So if you are done with that, you can double click, like left click on the canvas two times like this. You see? So if you double click on it, you can adjust it to the edge. Just try to make sure it's balanced to serve the purpose of what we really need it for. You can see that. So you right click, then click on finish editing power clip. All right, so we are done with that now. So what I would advise us to do now is to import the church logo. Okay, import the church logo, which I have here already. So I just import it. Then you click on space, just to have the exact size and not bother ourselves too much. Then you can reduce the size a bit, adjust it this way. Then click on F4 just to get the actual size of the zoom in, just like this. When I zoom in or I just play around it and I can't just find my canvas, if you click on F4, it's going to give you back what you need. It's going to give you back your canvas. Anywhere it has been to, it's going to come back. All right. So I will need to start typing the text. I like inserting the text for the design. All right. So I have this prepared already. So you go to the resource folder. Then you under this, you see the design content. You click on it. Then I just copy this Christ Apostolic Church. Okay. You right click. You copy it. Then you highlight it and copy it. Then from there, you come to your text to click on it this way. Then you paste it. Okay. So immediately you're done with that, you can change the font from here or from the other side by your right. Okay. So I'm going to make this black. Okay. You can see that already. So the next thing I'll do is to copy the next text. Month of transfiguration. Okay. So you can duplicate this by pressing Ctrl D, then carry it down a bit, then you highlight it, Ctrl A, then you Ctrl V. So you Ctrl A again just to change the font type. Okay, so immediately you are done this way, you can reduce it slowly. You can edit it small to be small, the font size to be smaller than this. So I'm going to copy the next, and I just duplicate it again, and I carry it down. Excuse me. It's taking me inside the power clip. I think I need to lock the power clip now. Right click and click on lock. Now change the font of this. Semi bold is okay. Control A, then Control V. You know, remember we copied it already. So we can just reduce the size of this. So I have to make this green color. I have to make this background green to fit in the design I'm trying to get. Okay, then Control R to repeat that same color I inserted there to be here. Control R again. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to make it's not Italy. Now to make this smaller, like a font that does not have too much thickness, just like the text below it. I think this is okay for me. Then try to balance it together. And this is the size of this. So you can increase the size of this way. Then you highlight it. You left click on the outside box like this and click on C so that the designs the text together be in center. Then you group it by clicking on Ctrl G. So this is what we have. But you can also do it this way too. Let me ungroup it by pressing on Ctrl U. Then you click on L. Can you see that? Okay. So let me just leave it this way first. There are chances I might change it, but let's leave it this way first. I think I'm going with this idea. Okay. You can reduce it a bit so that it won't be bigger than the logo that we have here. Can you see that? Then you left click on the outside box, then highlight everything together here. Then click on E so that it can be together. But I'm noticing that if I do it that way, there are chances this design will not give me what I want. So I just have to adjust it manually. I leave it that way. Okay. So the next thing to do is to import. Let me import the fruit. Harvest is all about Thanksgiving. So fruit is always involved in Thanksgiving. So I will increase the size of this just this way. Then right click on the canvas. We locked it the last time. Then we unlock it now. So immediately you are done unlocking it, you can duplicate the fruit. Keep one here so that we can use this for the background. So while using this one for the background, I'm going to use transparency. Then just reduce the transparency. Let me see if overlay will work. Overlay is not working for me, so I just leave it to normal and adjust it manually. Can you see that? So it's inside the design, it's still in the design. I'm going to make the transparency 90. Okay, so 90, then right click, power clip, then to be inside. All right, okay, that's it. So I'm going to zoom out, zoom in again. Let me increase it this way. So the another way to power clip it inside, I said that in my last video, but I'll still say it again for those who haven't watched it. You can go and watch it. You can, what you need to do is you click on it, this fruit image, just like this. What you do is you click on W, immediately click on W, it's going to put it inside. You don't need to power clip. Then click on alternate to access that image inside. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay. So that's how I was able to achieve that. Then you can reduce the size a bit because the theme is going to be there. The theme of the program of the harvest. Okay. So I'm going to copy the next test, which is cordially invites you. Cordially invite. You don't need to bother yourself too much. What I need to do is I'll duplicate this again. Then I ungroup it. Now you come to this. I'll delete all these ones. I don't need it. Then Control A, Control V. Alright. Cordially invite. Then from here, I'm going to create a rectangle just like this. Drag it like this so that the user can be able to, like the church can be able to put the person name. Then click on F10. Then you draw this logo. You don't click on Shift. Immediately you are doing this, adjusting this side, it's going to be giving a sharp corner at this side. But if you are clicking on if you click on Shift by any means, if you click on Shift just like this, then click on F10. When if you click on Shift, only one side will be adjusted. That's if you click on Control rather. Okay, you click on Control, only one side, but just click on it randomly like this and make sure it looks smooth to fit in the design we are trying to achieve. Make it this way, then try to increase the size a bit. Okay, and try to make sure it's this way. Okay, so you can increase the length because some people name are long, so I'm trying to give room for that. Okay, immediately you are done with that, the next thing to do is to copy the annual Thanksgiving, annual harvest. So I can duplicate this by, let me show you. You pick it up, you drag it, then you immediately before you are still, let me show you again. Okay, you left click, you drag it, then before leaving it, you click on you right click. It's going to duplicate it for you. That's another way to duplicate while moving the object. Okay, Let me do it again. So you pick the text, you left click, you drag it to wherever position you want it to be, then you left click. Immediately you are done with that, you notice that the image has already been inserted there. Control U to ungroup everything together. Then I'm going to delete this. I am not going to be in need of that. Control A, Control V. Mind you that the text you copied will not be deleted. That was just duplicate. So the text I copied from the other side will not be deleted. Like it's still be in the memory of the keyboard. Okay. So immediately you are done with this, I'm going to make this way first. Let me see. Annual harvest. Then increase the size just like this. Alright, so you click on this text, then click on G, then you drag it this way to give it a gradient color. That's I want it to have more than one color. Then click on this other side. I'm going to pick the green. This green here. Okay. Then you can adjust this one to be a lighter green. Okay. So that it will be showing differently and the design will look nice. Okay, something like this. I can just click on G again, then I rotate it for me. I'll reverse the view. I want to see how it's going to look like this way. You can see that. Okay, so this is what we have now. So I'm going to duplicate it. Drag, left click, then right click. Okay, let me delete it. You click on it, left click, drag, and left and right click. Okay, next thing to do is to copy the next text, which is Thanksgiving service. I didn't copy all. Thanksgiving service 2022. Okay, so I'm going to drag this up a bit. Control A, Control V. All right. So I'm going to do this way. So now instead of 2022, I'm going to make it 2024. All right. So you reduce the size, then take it up a bit, just this way. Okay. Then I'm going to highlight only 2024, then increase the size to 36. Then come to this one, the pixel, then reduce it this way. I'm going to reduce this way so that it can balance within the design. Then highlight these two things, these two texts. Click on C, then G, Control G, click on space, click on G to group everything together. Then you can just reduce the size from here. Reduce the size because we still have some other text of the pastors and other people that will be in charge of the program, and their name has to be in the harvest. Okay, so the next thing to do is to come to the date, copy the date. And I'm going to use this smaller font, duplicate it here, then Control A, Control V, October 2022. So I'm going to change the color of this date. You copy, you highlight it by clicking on it, like clicking on Shift after the arrows at the front, clicking on Shift, then you do it this way. Then you click on red. Alright, you see that? That's how I was able to achieve that. Okay. Then I'm going to duplicate it again. Remember, we are using 2024 to update the design. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my copy this time, copy the time, Control A, Control V. So I'm going to put this at for the time, then make the color red. All right, so it can be totally different from others. The next thing to do is to copy the next content, which is the venue of the program. I'm going to duplicate this, then take it down, highlight it, Control A, Control V. You can see that. So I want this date and time to be on the same line and this venue to be on the other side, just like this. And I'm going to highlight this and make it red. Can you see that? So I'm going to make this italic, then this to italic too. So space management has to come first. So I have to group this together, then take it up a bit. Then this other one, I'll take it up a bit. I have to highlight this date. I want to change the font, something big, not very big. So let me make it bold, just like this. Just make it green. No, this green is not going to work for me. Let me highlight it again. Then come to my color. the property, then check the uniform fill, come to the side, then I want to make it a darker green, just a normal darker green. I made the color mode to be CMYK because I want it to be printed. We are printing this design. This is not just going that way. Okay, so immediately you're done with that, you come to the side. So I'm just going to make it a darker green too. Okay, so you can reduce the size of this. So the next thing to do is to copy the name of the pastor, host pastor, Pastor S. Oladele. Then you can duplicate it, then pick it down from here. I need to balance my spacing so that I can have more space, at least for little things. I'm going to group this together, taking it up, taking this up. Then click on F10 up a bit so that the spacing, the line spacing will be a bit lower. Then we can have a little more space to add other text. Just be very careful so you won't mess everything up. Okay. So the next thing I want us to do is to copy it. Okay, I'll put it. So we copy and we paste here to be ready. Then click so it can be this way. Then you click on it, double tap, Ctrl A, Ctrl E to make it in the center. Alright. Then take it up a bit and reduce the size. Alright. Then you can duplicate this again. You pick it up, put it here. Then pick the last one, then put it here. The next name we are to copy now is Elder Alex, the Harvest Chairman. So copy it. You copy this, you paste it here. Let me undo it by clicking on Ctrl Z, Ctrl A, Ctrl V. You can see that. Then you highlight this, then you make it red color. Then you can make it in bold font, Montserrat bold. The text of this is a bit smaller, so I have to increase the size. Okay. So immediately you're done with that, you can balance it this way too, and you can reduce the size just like this. So the next thing to do is to copy the next text, which is Miss Jerry, Ctrl A, Ctrl V. Then you highlight this and you make the color red, make it a bold font, Montserrat bold. Okay, then you can reduce it this way. Now copy the next one, which is the host secretary. I'm going to duplicate it like this, Ctrl A, Ctrl V. I have to shift this to this side to balance it. Okay, so you can highlight this, the one below, make the color red and make it Montserrat. There are chances I would like to increase the size of this, the font size, the font thickness of this one. Yeah, some text look somehow like a bit too small. Can make this 11. So it can be obvious when people see the envelope. You highlight the pastor name and you make it Montserrat like this. Okay, you have something cool here, right? So I'm going to zoom in to balance everything together. Click on it, highlight everything like this, then click on B to be on the same line. Then you can just reduce the size a bit all together, just like this. Okay, you can group it, click on Ctrl G, has not been grouped. You left click from outside of the box, then you group it like this. All the design now in one text. So I don't own the pastor, but it's not going to be very like too far. See that? Okay, so yeah. The next thing to do is, and I'm going to duplicate the pastor own from here. Then control, as I double click inside the power clip, inside the canvas. That's why I'm having that. Click on finish. F4. Then we come back to this. Double click on it. Ctrl A, Ctrl V. Okay. So this is what we have now. Then you reduce the size of this so that it can be within the canvas. Click on F10. Reduce the line spacing. Okay, can you see that? Don't forget, we have not added the theme of the program. So I'm going to highlight the below one, Nasarawa District Superintendent. Then come to font. I'm going to make it this font, Montserrat. So it's going to be a lighter font. Let me show you the font I used. Montserrat Italic. I'm having an error in the spelling. Is that true? Yes, superintendent. Okay. Then click on F10 or Shape 2 to see that you balance the line spacing just like this. Okay, you're done with that. And you can click on Ctrl D Then pick it up to the other side and copy the next. That's the last one. Pastor OC Chukwueze. That's the overall superintendent. Okay. Then you highlight this. You make this Montserrat italic, medium italic. Then you can let me see if I can increase the size. How will it look like? Okay. Not bad. Not bad. This is okay for me. Then Control A, Control E to make it in the center. And use it this way. You can see what we have now. So we are literally done with the design. We just need to add the theme of the program. So I'll need to adjust this. Then click on Shift E. Can you see that? And increase the size more. Immediately you just increase the size. Don't do any other thing else. Come to the one at the right or the left. Control R to repeat the same sizing for the two of them. Then click on E or B. It's going to be the same bottom size. F4 to go back to frame. The theme of the program is for the harvest is the Lord is glorious. So I'm going to highlight this one I typed just now. Control X. I don't want that one to be part of it. It's going to be a total different font. Then Control V, just to have it somewhere. Then pick it up and drop it here. Then this other one, you can break it, but I don't want to break this text. Control X. Then Control V. Just pick it up this way. Okay. So I'm going to make this I literally use Montserrat for this design because that was how I felt it's going to work for me. Okay. Then this I use Montserrat italic bold, just like this. Then you come to shape 2. Then this 3 icons showing down below, just pick it up, drag it up small. Then make it white. Then make it all uppercase. How did I do that? Okay, let me put you through. Control A, Shift F3. Then change the case to uppercase. Click on OK. Can you see that? Then you can just reduce the size. Just like this. So I'm going to make it like this. The Lord is glorious. Just like this. Then Control K to break all the text together with per line. Okay, the first breaking. Let me pick this one and drop it somewhere first. So I just want to make it easy for other people to read it. The Lord is glorious. The Lord is glorious. That's the name of the theme. So I'm going to make it like this. Then after immediately you're done, group it together. This is called alignment text. Okay. So just reduce the size a bit so that it will be within the frame of this background we imported the last time. You get it. Then from here, you can drag it down, reduce the size, reduce the size a bit. Then from this Sam, and make it Montserrat, like this, medium italic. Reduce the size of it. Reduce the size, take it up one more. You just take this up a bit. Just trying to balance everything together. Okay. You can group it, then reduce the size, just like this. Then take it up. And I have to take this fruit a bit down. I'm going to increase the size, just like this. Control U. And I'm going to pick this. Okay. So this is what we have for the theme. You group it again. Then you add a drop shadow because this green behind is not making it have. Okay. So this is my drop shadow. I'm going to use a preset from back. Then just drag it a bit down. You can see it's showing now like a bit more clearer. You can just take this up. Okay. Can you see that? So we are now done with our design. Then just make sure that everything is balanced. If you pick your ruler tool, then you try put this together on the same line. You see that these two designs are not in the same line. So you try to adjust it a bit. If not, the design will be looking somehow. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay. So I'm going to delete it. Then group it together now. Then take it down. Okay. Trying to balance it together. To see how it's going to look like. Okay. So this is what we have now. So we are now done with our envelope church design. So in my next video, I'll putting you through on how to create birthday design using CorelDRAW. Okay. So stay tuned and remain creative. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can be able to learn more about CorelDRAW. See you some other time. Bye for now.